Good day, traders. Welcome back to the Forex Board Trading Academy. And yet again, we're coming up with a new and interesting analysis. And this time it will be the euro against the Canadian dollar. So we didn't analyze it previously. So let's have a look at to what is happening right now in regards to the price action. But before that, I would like to remind you that all the information in this video is for educational purpose only, should not be considered as the financial advice. At the same time, click that subscribe button and the notification bell to follow the videos we do on the weekly basis, as well as updating all our previously made analysis. So what is on the euro Canadian dollar? This is a 4-hour time frame because it seems like this is the most interesting time frame to look at, but we will also look at the weekly and daily after that. So on the 4-hour chart, we have a clear downtrend. We had the bounce of the downtrend trend line. That was a clean bounce. But what is interesting is that what we had is kind of two ABC corrections. So there was one ABC, then we had a break below the support where both moving averages were rejected. And then we had yet another A, B, and C correction. Now this corrective move resulted in the rejection of the 50 simple moving average. Then we had the double top produced near 154.38, and we had rejected the trend line. And the most important part, of course, is that after this price action, we managed to establish a new lower low. So price broke below 153.12. And it is quite interesting that then we had a double bottom here and only then breakout. And on the pullback, there was this rejection of moving averages, consistent one. So 3 times price bounced off the moving averages. Now, if we go to the daily time frame, or what we can see, guys, here is the support zone formed near 153.40 area. So there was the rejection, but then we had this breakdown and then strong pullback. So this was a perfect entry for sellers, as it seems. And after that, price started to gradually decline. Now, moving on to the weekly chart, we have multiple fibs. Just to show you the fibs. We have 1 fibs applied to this correction where we have 50% retracement level. And as you can see, there was a very strong supply demand area. There was a bounces here, acted as the resistance and then acted as the support. Now the next fibs is applied to this last wave up where we have 61.8 fibs. So moving back to the 4-hour chart, what we see now here is that these levels, all of them correspond to the support area between 151.25 and 151.10. So this is the key demand area where the price is likely to be heading right now. As you can see, yet another new lower low is being produced right now, and this is showing that the selling pressure is very high. And after this extended consolidation, we might be expecting quite a fast move to the downside. So there could be a move of nearly 100 pips. No, it's more. It's about 140 pips down, which could be literally finished in a couple of days. So this could be a really fast move starting from today, actually. Maybe there will be some consolidation, but from what it seems, the market is right now under strong selling pressure, and this should be a fast decline rather than the sluggish one. So yeah, it looks pretty bearish. And of course, if we break above this resistance and above the trend line, this outlook will be invalidated, because in that scenario, we are likely to start reversing up. So as long as this resistance holds, where previously it acted as the support, then breakout, support again, and now as the resistance. So very, very important and the key level to watch. As long as it holds, we are in a downtrend, which is most likely will continue and will be pretty fast. So now let's move to the previously made analysis, starting from the pound against the dollar. Well, the trend is certainly very bullish. We expect it to continue, but let's see if there will be a rejection of this blue trend line or not. But overall, very bullish for the pound against the dollar. it seems like we slowly will approach the resistance. Moving on to the New Zealand against the dollar. Well, here we reached the resistance, which might imply that the dollar is about to get strong, because there was quite a nice move on the pound dollar, and there could be this pullback. So it's very careful here, because it could be pretty strong pullback, or maybe even the reversal. So cautious with that due to the potential dollar strength. Now here we reached the resistance, so congrats who had the same view on the New Zealand dollar. Quite a nice move, not that fast, but still it was good. Closing the New Zealand against the dollar chart. Next one is the Australian against the dollar. And guys, what we see is also a rejection of the resistance that we were expecting. So this was actually the perfect opportunity. We shared the analysis once the price was around this level, and we are expected this move to the downside, and from this point onwards price actually went up non-stop. So pretty good one. And also we're rejecting the resistance, implying that the dollar is about to get strong, and therefore we should be very careful with the pound dollar. And you know what, we better close the chart. We better, you know, just finish with this analysis, because there is certainly a very big risk that there will be this move to the downside. So yeah, closing the pound as well, will not follow it, and closing the Australian against the dollar, where we also reached the target. And congrats guys who followed that as well, who had the same view on the Australian against the dollar. Now moving on to the other dollar pairs, we had only one, which is dollar Swiss franc. And here the interesting thing is that we did break above the previously made resistance. This implies that the trend becoming bullish and is likely to continue being bullish. So dollar is strong and is likely to continue being strong for the week to come or more. Maybe this is pullback, maybe this is the change in trend. We will find out. But for now, it also got invalidated due to the break above the resistance. So we can see the dollar is becoming strong. Closing the chart, moving on to the euro against the pound. On this chart, we have reached the first support that we expected. Now, maybe we will go towards the second one, but it got rejected or not, it's yet to be seen, because we need to see the weekly closing price. But overall still is a bearish trend, although we have reached the first support. Let's see what happens, just to continue on following with that. The New Zealand Swiss franc also reached the resistance, so here we might be seeing a strong corrective move down, maybe even trend reversal. So also guys, congrats who had the same view on the New Zealand Swiss franc. It was pretty good one and fast move that we expected. So closing the chart, next is the New Zealand Japanese yen. So here also we're looking very good. It nearly tested the resistance, so a little bit to go. But considering that we had multiple rejections of the resistance on the New Zealand pairs and the Australian dollar pairs, maybe it's a fixing profit time. Maybe we will not reach this high, but let's just continue on watching. Obviously, traders are likely to start securing the profit from the current level. So next is the Australian against the Canadian. Well, here we have clearly a bullish trend, but the correction is likely to take place, and this might take price once again down by 120 pips. So this analysis remains valid, although this move down is certainly should be expected. There is likely to be this bounce to the downside, maybe even below this support. So we will close this analysis as well, because there is certainly a big risk of the downside move. But overall, no harm here, because it's quite a nice move since we published these analysis. So also closing the Australian against the Canadian dollar. And this is also mainly because we expect this move to the downside on the euro Canadian dollar, which might be suggesting that this is the Canadian dollar that is strong at the moment. And the final one actually is the Swiss franc Japanese yen. Well, this certainly showed that there was a heavy selling pressure. Price didn't go up, and this is likely to continue pushing it lower, who knows. But yeah, it got invalidated almost immediately after we shared this analysis. Nonetheless, others went pretty well. Most of the analysis we did hit the resistance, and right now we're having this potential opportunity, or sellers having the potential opportunity, as long as this resistance holds. So if you enjoyed the analysis for the euro Canadian dollar, we would appreciate the like, and of course subscribe to our channel to follow more videos, more analysis on different currency pairs. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate that. We'll see you very soon. Take care, and we wish you profits.